Today I'm going to teach you how to install Kali Linux on VirtualBox. And VirtualBox is just a way to access a VM. It's very user-friendly. I've had a lot of success with it. Hopefully you will as well. How you can get VirtualBox is very, very simple. Go straight to Google, VirtualBox, spell it correctly, and you just go down to Oracle VM VirtualBox. Go ahead right onto that link, and you download VirtualBox 6.1. Always try to get the most up-to-date VirtualBox. It'll really help with this. Once you've downloaded VirtualBox, we can get right into Kali Linux. And Kali Linux is a Debian-based Linux distribution for digital forensics and penetration testing. It really is, in layman's terms, the hacker's Swiss Army knife. You have immediate access to a lot of applications that can let you sniff a network, that can let you, well, see if you can break into a network, really let you get the lay of the land. And the specific one we're going to be using is one from Deese Security. I really like Deese Security from what they've done. The username and password is super simple, so definitely change that once you're done. But they have added a lot of quality of life. The GUI, the graphical user interface, has been updated a little bit, so it's not quite as glaring. A lot of good bug fixes were changed, which is really nice, and the additional software it comes with is really nice. Terminator specifically, and Firefox is just nice to have on there. So once you have VirtualBox downloaded, you want to go and download your Kali Linux, and you have hashes here, which you should definitely always be checking on, making sure no one tampered with any of your download. I've never had an issue on this site, so I doubt you will either. But whichever your system needs, I downloaded the 64-bit, so I would click link 1, and it will start a download. For brevity, I've already downloaded it. So once you download Kali Linux, you go ahead and click on your download. It's going to take a second. Oh, and Kali Linux is a big download. It's 3 gigabytes, so if you've got a slow internet speed, you're going to be waiting a little bit. Now once Kali Linux, once you click on that download, since VirtualBox has already been installed, it's automatically going to be pulled up in VirtualBox. That's one of the really nice things about VirtualBox. If you have downloaded an OS, it will automatically pull it right up for you. And what you're going to do is you're going to hit import. Now I've already imported it, so I won't have to do that. That does take about 2 or 3 minutes, so just an FYI with that. And you'll see right here, this is your Kali Linux. Now what I would suggest you do is go into your settings first. And there's going to be a few things you want to mess around with in here. You can change the name. I just keep it as the default. It's absolutely fine. I would set your memory, if you can spare it, to 1 gig or over 1,000 megs, 10,000, excuse me. And I would change the display. Personally, I like it at 202%. If you keep it at the default, it's really, really small. That's just my personal taste. So we will load up Kali Linux. This usually does take a second or two. And this is just the base version. I haven't done anything to it. This is straight out of the box. One thing I will say is the username and password, as I mentioned before, is really, really easy to guess. It's root, and the password is TOOR, just root spelled backwards. But once you get Kali Linux booted up, which you'll get to this screen, and if you make it here, you're in the clear. Everything has loaded properly. So we just got to wait for the dragon to turn blue. And once it does, we'll punch in the username or password, and you have immediate access to a wealth of information right off the bat. On the left side, you're going to have a bunch of applications you can use, and I'll show you that in here in just a second. So root and TOOR, root spelled backwards is the password. You can obviously change that, and I really suggest you do. And then hopefully it'll load up here for us in just a second. Maybe. I am running this on a little bit of an older machine, so it's going to take a second. There we go. Okay. So right over on the left, you have immediate access to a bunch of different applications. Terminator is a great go-to. It's just your basic terminal window, but you can do a whole lot more on that. You've got a lot of applications under the show applications. One thing that you do need to keep in mind is, since we did not set up any sort of network on here, it considers you to be on a wired network. If you do want to access the internet and other fun things, you probably want to change this to a NAT network, but that's another topic for another video. All right, I hope this helped.